Hello and welcome to episode 5, I believe now. I think it's 5. I'm just going to go with that. If it's wrong, then let me know in the comments. But welcome to episode 5 of my tutorials demonstrated awfully for Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. We've just done Horikos. We've got 281 gems. We have 10 orbs, and now we're going to be looking at Sunny Beach. So we've just come out of Horikos, imagine. Go straight across over here to Sunny Beach. And as always, I'm going to save state when I get in, so I don't have to have the hassle of restarting the level to show you things. Now, there's a funny story really with Sunny Beach, because the idea of the level mechanics is you're supposed to guide these young turtles to their I think it's their father or whatever at the end of the level, and to do that you're supposed to push those brown turtles onto special pads. But we're not going to do that. We're going to avoid that wherever possible. There's only one that I think we have to deal with. So you're going to go straight onto this turtle, do a double jump onto here. If possible, you want to end up over onto that barrier on the other side, because there's a lot of gems over there. Can save you time later. Let's get past all these guys. Give me gems, give me gems, give me gems. Then we want to get up onto here and onto this turtle box to skip this door. It does work out faster when you're doing it in a speedrun fashion. Charge over here. Walking double jump will get you nice and round onto this bridge. Can then go right round here. Just a late notice about Horikos. There was one orb extra that is on that level. I know it's a delayed notice, but that orb involves chasing these kind of 10 purple thieves around, and it is without a doubt one of the more time-consuming orbs. There's not really too many speed strats to do it. It's just about being good at it, and it's genuinely quite a longer orb. So avoid doing that one. Like I can't think of a time I'd ever put that in a run. Plus, it's out of the way of any row. Okay, so that was Sunny Beach really quickly. You know, that's took us like 2.5 minutes to get to. If that. Then there's 2 orbs over there which I will be coming back for in Sunny Beach, because they're so easy to get. Now, it's been a bit of a debate with myself really, whether I find coming back and getting the 2 turtle soup orbs quicker than doing the 2 ice hockey orbs, and it's something I'm going to have to test out at some point to see whether it's quicker to just, you know, bite the dust and take my chances on the ice hockey, or to backtrack and do these 2 orbs. But they're really easy orbs. So, but unless you're a real super pro, there's no way of getting to that selection of orbs without climb. The super pro method is it's this really weird method of flaming the turtle, landing on him really quickly, and then double jumping off his back to land up on that wall. It is one of the most difficult tricks I've ever seen in this game, and it's one of perhaps 2 tricks I've never achieved once. There is also another way that I've seen people do. I'm not sure if I can achieve this one either. It's a proxy off that turtle's head. But when I see it done in tutorials, like they kind of proxy off his head, but when I try and do it, I kind of end up just knocking him, and I don't really get why. But try one more. Oh, there we go. And then you can get up onto turtle soup this way. Okay, that is the first time I've ever achieved that. When I said one of the 2 tricks I've never been able to achieve, that is one of them, believe it or not. And they're both on this level. I'm going to try that again just for my own kicks to see if I can replicate that, because if I can get that consistently, that'll really improve my route. Let's try that again. There was a proxy then, but it was so small it was hardly visible. Yeah, okay. I'm going to add this to my route now I know how to do that. Brilliant. So I'm just going to explain how that's done, because you might be thinking, right, you've shown us this trick and you've not explained how it's done. I may have briefly mentioned the proxies in my tips and tricks episode, but essentially it's when Spyro gets caught into something, especially you saw it in Horikos when I was proxying up that wall by getting stuck in the gap, he gets launched from like a body. The game's saying, right, you're stuck in an object, kick him out so that he doesn't get permanently trapped. So the way you achieve this is you need to do the proxy by doing the charge, jump, and then press jump again when you're in mid charge down, if you like. So this is him jumping normally, there's no proxy, and now I'll try and show you what the proxy looks like again. You'll see his head jerk, so pay attention to his head. His head jerks up a little bit. So I'm going to try that again, putting it into practice. That was a proxy, but it forced me forward rather than out, which can happen. That was a proxy, much too low though. I'm going to have to remember this for when I actually do my speedrun on it. Because if I can get that trick, that'll shave maybe 5 minutes off of my current best time. That's how much of a game changer this trick can be. I'll give it one more bash, and then I'll try and speedrun the level as fast as possible for you. But that is essentially the level, so you know, unless you want to watch the actual speedrun of this level, you can kind of cut it here. There we go, again. Can I get it up? Damn it. Fuck's sake. I've noticed, like, as soon as I let go of the proxy jump, it tends to put me straight into a flop rather than into a glide, which is frustrating. So you've got to be really quick to repress A down. Okay, anyway, let's load back. I won't worry about doing that for now. I'll practice that in my own time. So 3, 2, 1, go. Onto the turtle. Up there if possible, like that. That was spot on. It's such a thin ledge though, so it's understandable if you miss it. Just kind of correct it. I then usually go around and get all these because you know there's you know nearly 100 gems for grabs just in that top section. Up here. Oh crap! No, he's going to hit me with his spade. Yeah, it's horrible when you can see your doom impending when you make a mistake. Double jump up to here, onto this crate. Now this is another orb you can do on the level, the crate orb, and I used to incorporate that into my run until you realise that it requires a little bit too much backtracking to be worth doing. So by all means, I would say, you know, along with the lizard orb, it's a very good one for beginners. I wanted to show you actually, so obviously I can push him up the hill, I'll be at the end of the level, that's the speed run. I didn't get a chance to show you this. There is a way, I'm not sure if I can achieve it here, to just charge through that before the doors close. It's so difficult to do though, it's another thing. Sunny Beach has most of the most difficult tricks in it. Nearly got it there. But you get the idea, so I know I said I'd speedrun this last time, but you get the idea, you know, that'd be the end of the level, it's like 2-minute job. Damn it, didn't want to drop off there. Try one more time on the door. It is, you have to trust me, I guess, that it's doable. But again, it's one of those ones that I'm too inconsistent to ever bother doing. But it is more than doable. Right, give up for now. It's another trick on this level that I just need to practice one day. Just keep trying. So let's just put him up there as normal. Because, you know, for my next tutorial I'm going to need the talisman anyway. So, that's a bit annoying. Space the other way. Give me gems. It's pretty funny, once they're on the pads, you can then knock the turtles off the pads and the doors and that don't reshut, so it's a bit of a fucked up mechanic anyway. You'd then exit level. I'm going to, if possible, I'm going to get that proxy one more time so I can show you the turtle soup orbs really quickly. Do I go glide? Yes. So ordinarily, as I said, you'd need climb. Now you need to speak to this guy. He's one of the NPCs that you have to speak to start the mission. You can't just walk on and it happen. Now, believe it or not, on the first round of this, you can get away with only doing it with 2 turtles. There are 3 in total that can come out, but if you're super quick, you can get away with just getting 2. Same with this one. There's actually a turtle that appears at the end only if you're really slow. Otherwise, you know, that's 1 less turtle you could have had in the mission. But bearing in mind that only saves like 5 seconds, so don't beat yourself up if you mess up a bit on turtle soup. It's just for the dodgy camera angle. It's a bit of a nightmare of a mission. I find that jumping about a bit kind of helps. Oh crap, no, don't want you to both go in, there we go. It kind of makes the camera a bit more available, and you know, flaming is a great way to just kind of coax the, if you've got two tiles at once going for the pot, it's a great way to just turn one away. I will try and cut this tutorial down a bit for bits where I'm just messing about, so that it's not the 10 minutes. So that was me doing it just about quick enough to avoid the last tile. Usually another one will then come from the side. So yeah, exit this level. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode. I think it's episode 5. I apologise if it's actually episode 6, which it could very well be, to be honest. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time for Aquaria Towers.